believe your first game at Tennessee was at Georgia a couple years ago. What do you remember about that experience and kind of how far you've come since then?
Well, I do remember that game well, and that was my first game after I was cleared from NCAA to be able to play. But obviously, at that point, I was missing basketball a lot. Not playing for a long time, and just going through practices with my teammates and seeing them compete, not being able to help them on the court actually when it means something. I think like stepping into that game, I had a lot of emotions, and I was just waiting for that moment to happen, and I was ready to play basketball, but there was nothing but just another basketball game for me.
Rick said you guys have been focused pretty consistently game to game, regardless of who the opponent is. Where do you think that comes from? Why do you think that's been a strength for you guys this year?
I just feel like that comes from maturity of this team, and the leadership from our older guys that are able to teach these younger guys how to, turn around and, switch your mind from just winning a big game in our gym, going to Georgia, obviously, can you prepare for every single opponent differently than you prepare for your last game, and it's just you got to make sure that you stay locked into scouting report and what coaches show you, and it's really hard winning on the road in SEC, and you gotta know stuff like that. So you just gotta be prepared for whoever it comes. It doesn't matter who you play.
Jimmy, then Ben.
Uros, Tennessee out-rebounded Auburn 54-31. Is that a product of effort and emphasis? How do you explain that?
There's something that coaches put a huge emphasis every single day in practice, and when you practice stuff like that, it's just gonna carry in the game. And there's nothing that we was doing different than what we do in practice. We compete against each other every single day. Trying to get every single rebound. Obviously, offensive rebounds for us, they were huge in this game, but that is something that this team needs to do more in every single game, and that is something that is going to give us more wins. And it is effort, and it is how bad you want it. You just got to want it more than the other team, and I think we did it on Saturday.
Uros, what have you seen out of Brandon the last couple of games, and where do you feel like he's grown the most over the last month or so?
He's been huge for us last few games, and obviously that comes from him being locked in practice and willing to take the role that coaches give him, and he realized that not everything is about scoring. He was huge for us. I mean, he had 5 offensive rebounds against Auburn, and just seeing him play with a lot of force, on both ends of the floor. It really makes me happy because at this point, we're in March right now. At this point of the year, we're gonna need every single one of our guys, and it's really huge for us to see him and Jonah step up after we lost Olivia, unfortunately. So Brandon's been huge for us. I'm happy for him, and he's just gonna keep getting better.
Kennedy Chandler was just named Freshman Player of the Week for the SEC. Obviously, you're screening for him and all that such. So what have you seen in his development as a visionary, a point guard, playing vision?
His quickness and his athleticism is something that helps him, but his basketball IQ is something that helps us as a team, and him finding our guys and getting everybody organized on the court is really amazing, and it's really something that we need from him and Zakai, obviously. So I think he's fearless, he's going to attack anybody. He's elite finisher around the rim. His layups, I mean, some shots that he makes, it just seems impossible, but he just does it with he plays with a lot of confidence, and that confidence carries over to other guys as well. So having him as a point guard is it's really nice. There's nothing you can say about that, but I know that same as Brandon, he's just going to keep getting better.
Yeah, you mentioned Brandon. It's been huge for him to step up. What about Jonas? What have you seen from him as of late that's shown how he's grown?
I mean, what I've seen from Jonas is what I see every single day in practice this entire season. You know, obviously when you come as a freshman, you're just going to work your way up, you know, to some things. He was waiting for his opportunity. He got it. He used it the best way possible, and you know, the rim protection that he gives us is unbelievable, and you know, offensive rebounding, and you know, just he was nice on defense. You know, there's you know, people think that they can go through him and, you know, like post him up and stuff like that, but his length allows him to you know, like step back and, you know, guard anybody. He's able to guard literally anybody. So same as Brandon and you know, KC, he's just going to keep getting better. He realizes what is his role, and that's the most important thing on this team, honestly, to know what you need to do. Everybody has a job to do, and if you do your job day in and day out, we're going to be fine.
Uros, I know that Saturday wasn't the first game where there was a loud sellout crowd, but when you first came to Tennessee, did you have any idea that it could get like that?
I had no idea. Before that, honestly, the most people I played in front of probably was like 500. So, I mean, playing in front of 22,000 people it's unbelievable. You know, like when you get to the point when you're on the floor and you're trying to tell your teammates something, and at that point you have to start like screaming as loud as you can for them to hear you, and they're like 5 feet away from you. I mean, it just tells you how great this environment is. Our students are, I mean, when you see that passion from them coming and camping outside of the gym in this cold weather to, you know, get the best seats possible in the game, it's really amazing. And, you know, I really appreciate them, and the amount of support and love they showed us this year it's unbelievable. And, you know, we haven't lost a game at home, so I think that just shows you how great this environment is. And I don't think there's no better home court advantage in college basketball, honestly.
Uros, I wanted to ask you about Olivier and his mom surprising him over the weekend. Just how cool was that for you to see Olivier have that moment? But also, how does the Tennessee basketball program kind of help yourself and Olivier and so many other teammates that you have whose immediate family doesn't even live in the U.S.?
I mean, that's the biggest part about being here, because it feels like this is your family. You know, like there's nothing different that I feel home from what I feel here, honestly. And seeing Olivier and his mom surprise him, honestly, you know, it made me cry, honestly. When I watched the video and all that stuff, she brought him his favorite chocolate. He's big on chocolate, man. You know, chocolate overseas is a huge thing. You guys over here, I can tell you guys don't really like chocolate, but I mean, getting up in the morning, first thing you do back home, if you find a chocolate bar in the drawer with the snacks, man, you won already. But yeah, he gave me some of those chocolates from Finland, and I'm gonna tell you, they're good. They have like those like caramel ones, and you know, like a lot of different fillings in there. Those things are fire. But just seeing him is happy, honestly. You know, after obviously I wanted his mom to come see him play, and but unfortunately that is not going to happen at this point. But just seeing him smile and being happy with his mom is amazing, and you know, it makes me happy as well.
I know you're a big SEC softball fan. Who's the most dangerous hitter in the league, in your opinion?
Come on, man. We all know that. Her name is Kiki Malloy, All-American. I don't think there's a better softball player in the league, honestly. So just keep an eye on her, and you know, she's already doing some great things. She just hit like 6-7 home runs in the last tournament, California. I'm really proud of her, and I know she's going to keep doing it. It's a normal thing for her now. Thank you, guys.